Hello and welcome to Any Given Sunday's Scripted Saturday. I'm your host, Ryan Peliquin, and today we're going to be talking about why your team is destined to win the Super Bowl. We're going north, east, south, west, NFC, then AFC. Let's kick it off with all that stopped you last year was injuries. San Francisco needed bullshit luck the year before that. You should be the favorites. Adding Aiden Hutchinson back will be the key. You will win the Super Bowl. Jared Goff will turn in yet another great season. The loss of your coordinators won't hold you back, and Gibbs and Monty are going to go fucking nuclear. Caleb Williams is the quarterback messiah you've been praying for. Ben Johnson is the coaching messiah you've been praying for. Your defense is above average, and your offense has the potential to be the best in league history. Go forth and conquer. You may have been the 7th seed the last 2 years, but your offense is too good to fail. Your defense is a perfect mix of experience and youth. You own the Bears, the Vikings are frauds, and God hates the Lions. This is your time to shine, Green Bay. J.J. McCarthy is the second coming of Jesus Christ. You had all the pieces last year, and with an improvement at QB, especially in the playoffs, this is the way forward. Jefferson and Addison is an absolutely absurd receiving core, and add that to the defensive brilliance of Brian Flores, this team's going to be unstoppable. Skull your way to the first of many rings for McCarthy. Just do all that again. 2-2 through the first month will be enough to get you to 14-3 for the second year in a row, and from there you know you have the talent and dedication to get it done, especially at the quarterback position. That defense should still be league best despite the departures, and the offense is almost unstoppable no matter what. Fly, Eagles, fly back to the Super Bowl. One of the most improved teams this offseason, Dallas is at an interesting crossroads. Dak only has a few years left of his prime, but CD and Pickens is probably the best receiving duo of his career. The Dallas defense ought to be dominant, led by Parsons and Ezeraku off the edge, and the emergence of Overshown as a true superstar will lead to the most formidable front seven in football. This is your year. Jaden Daniels is a legit superstar, and Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel is the best receiver duo you've ever had. Eckler, Robinson, and Samuel should combine to create an intimidating backfield quartet with Daniels' electricity. Consider all that and the fact that you just made it to the NFC Championship game. Finish the job and take fucking command. Your defense has the potential to be the very best in the NFL, led by maybe the most terrifying pass rushing unit in NFL history. It doesn't matter what your offense does if your defense only gives up 10 points a game. Besides, the offense is destined to be better. No one's as bad as Danny Dimes, and even if they were, Malik Neighbors has developed into a legit superstar receiver one. Tyrone Tracy has shown that he can be the load carrying back. And that defense is so good, if the offense puts up 21 a week, you'll win 12 games. Mara, rejoice, the Giants are gonna win the Super Bowl.
All hail the New York Giants!
The pieces are all in place. The best offense of the Mayfield era, the best defense since 2020. The Bucs have the potential to reach the very peak of the NFL. They have Philadelphia's number in both the regular and postseason, and that might just be enough to get them to the mountaintop. Every time the Panthers have worn a patch commemorating an anniversary of some kind, they've reached the Super Bowl the very next season. Last year, the Panthers wore their 30th anniversary patch. Get there and finish the job under one of the best offensive minds in the league. You finally addressed edge rusher. Michael Penix is legit. Take that offense to the top of its potential, and it might end up being top 3 all time. With a much improved defensive line, the Falcons are ready to avenge their losses in 99 and 16. Plus, it would be nice to win the Super Bowl in a year the Aints ain't make the playoffs. 31 planes crash in the first couple weeks of the season, and the Saints are named de facto Super Bowl champions. Congratulations. We know you have the talent. This time you finally cash in for your 6th Super Bowl trophy. You cement yourselves as one of the best franchises irrespective of era. Purdy cements himself as a top 10 QB, and one of Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, or Ricky Pearsall go fucking nuclear to make up for the loss of Deebo. This is your chance. You better fucking get it done. Puka Nacua goes fucking nuclear in year one as a true receiver one. The young, talented defense cements itself as one of the best in the leagues, and Stafford gets to go out as a no-doubt Hall of Famer, with McVay cementing himself as one of the best offensive minds in the history of the sport. Marvin Harrison Jr. goes fucking nuclear in year two, and the Gannon-led defense hangs on at the end of this one without a controversial hold that wrecks one of the greatest games ever played. Fuck you, Gannon. Sam Darnold proves that he was not a flash in the pan, and Mike Macdonald coaches one of the best defenses in the NFL. Also, JSN goes fucking nuclear in his first season as a 1. Patrick Mahomes breaks his ankle in Week 16, and the Ravens don't have to play the Chiefs in the playoffs. Lamar turns in one of the best playoff runs in NFL history, and finally gets the respect he deserves as the best quarterback in the league, while cementing himself ahead of Peyton Manning's pace through the same number of seasons. Madubuike turns in a typical contract year for a Ravens defender, and, alongside the new no-fly zone, the Ravens fucking dominate en route to cementing themselves as one of the best franchises of the 21st century. The defense can't hold back one of the greatest offensive trios in NFL history. Burrow finally throws multiple fourth quarter and overtime touchdown passes to live up to the clutch gene that his fans have given him. Shamar Stewart and Trey Hendrickson combined for 40 or more sacks after figuring out their contracts and turned in one of the best edge rushing seasons ever. Who Dey? Super Bowl champs. Aaron Rodgers turns back the clock, and paired with one of the best defenses in the league, the Steelers simply truck their way to Lombardi number 7. The Steel City remembers what hope is after winning a playoff game for the first time in nearly a decade, and Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan get infinite job security. Wait, is that a good thing? 31 planes crash in the first few weeks of the season, and then Browns are named de facto Super Bowl champions. Or one of their half-dozen quarterbacks ends up being startable. The Browns' defense lives up to its potential as one of the top 5 units in the league, and the franchise and the city get its first Lombardi trophy. Nah. Mahomes breaks his ankle in Week 16, and Josh Allen doesn't have to play him en route to the Super Bowl. The Bills then trounce the rest of the league, including whatever NFC East team they are inevitably matched up with in the Super Bowl, and they start healing some of the pain from the 1990s. Justin Fields goes fucking nuclear, and the Jets defense reminds everyone who they are. The Jets, yes, the New York Jets, dominate the league en route to their second Super Bowl trophy. Drake May becomes inevitable with the addition of Stephon Diggs, and the Pats catch up to Brady behind the third or fourth best quarterback season in franchise history. The defense returns to prime form, and New England wins their 7th Lombardi of the last 25 years. An unthinkably great accomplishment that definitely doesn't make me want to put a bullet in my head. Global warming means what idiots think it means, and the Dolphins don't have to play in sub-40 degree weather for the duration of the playoffs. Tua and Hill ride the heat wave to one of the best quarterback-receiver duo seasons ever, and the Dolphins cash in for their first trophy since 1973. The offensive line is miraculously a top 10 unit in the league, and that gives Stroud plenty of time to find his superstar targets downfield. The Texans' defense lives up to its potential of being a top 3 to 5 unit. Houston dominates the NFL, wins in the divisional round for the first time in franchise history, and rides at that momentum all the way to the bank, cashing in for their first ever Lombardi trophy. Trevor Lawrence turns out to have been held back by Doug Peterson and Press Taylor, and turns in one of the best quarterback seasons we've ever seen. Along with the addition of Travis Hunter on both sides of the ball, the Jags play complimentary football all the way through February, cashing in for a franchise first Lombardi. Cam Ward turns in the best rookie season ever, and that alone shocks so many people that the Titans any given Sunday their way to a championship. Anthony Richardson takes a year 3 Josh Allen type leap and becomes one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The Colts superstar quarterback then throws and runs all over the NFL, turning in one of the best dual threat seasons ever and leading to the franchise's 3rd Lombardi, and the first since Peyton Manning left. That should help cure some of the hurt that Andrew Luck left. Patrick Mahomes gets his 2018 to 2020 explosiveness back. Travis Kelce turns in the last bit of burst that he has in his career, and the franchise's best receiving core ever all help to solidify the offense, while the defense still does the heavy lifting, en route to a third Super Bowl trophy of the last 4 years, and the fourth since Mahomes took over. Bo Nix has the best quarterback season since 2013, and the Broncos defense turns in an absolute gem of a year, again, to produce one of the most complimentary teams we've ever seen. Denver routs the NFL en route to their third ever Lombardi trophy. Geno Smith, Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers, and the Raiders defense become the greatest story in the NFL by going last to first in their division on the back of their new QB running back tight end trio. The Raiders cash in and hit the promised land, doing what they do best in the playoffs. Just win, baby. Justin Herbert finally avoids playing like absolute dog shit in the playoffs, and the Harbaugh-led defense kicks ass en route to the first Lombardi in franchise history. There you have it, the reasons your team will win the Super Bowl this year. If you liked the video, it would mean the world to me if you'd subscribe. If you think I treated your rival too well or your team too harshly, make sure to tell me down in the comments below. Just tell me how stupid I am for loving them and hating you. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday.